is exactly the same as the one which drew 0-0 in Nottingham 2 weeks ago, and that means basically a 4-4-2 lineup with McClare and McGarvey the men up front. It also means Tom McAdam returns to defence for his first game since sustaining an injury which resulted in his early departure from the first leg at the City Ground. And Forest are on familiar lines, although there's no place for Ian Wallace, and that means there's only one Scot in the lineup, the under-21 international from Hamilton just up the road, Colin Walsh, who wears the number 11. And the main threat to Celtic on the counter-attack will almost certainly come from Gary Birtles, who returned to the City Ground 2 years ago after a short spell at Old Trafford as a £1 million signing. Well, it's like old times here with Celtic Park crammed to capacity, and the enthusiasm of the crowd hasn't been subdued in any way by the steady rainfall which has been coming down for the last hour or so. The conditions will be extremely difficult. A very greasy surface, the ball can be expected to skid rapidly off the surface, and the wind is blowing across the field in this direction, so there may well be some errors. Certainly very difficult for defenders. The Sinclair's first contribution. This is Chris Fairclough, number 4. And the ball is out for a Celtic throw. Steve Hodge. The referee is Andre Dana from Switzerland. So the Celtic dugout. Manager David Hay with his aides around him. Wrigley's header finding Davenport rather. There's Kenny Swain. Good positioning by McGrain. Oh, McStay. McGrain has made a run on the right. Perfectly judged pass. And that's too powerful for McGarvey. An easy one for Van Breukelen. Good header on from Birtles. Here's Davenport. Good play from Davenport. A chance for Forest. Still Birtles is there. And what a let-off that was for Celtic. Davenport and Birtles turning the Celtic defence inside out. Touch on initially from Birtles. Here was Davenport turning Reid and Aiken, making space for the shot. It was well blocked by Bonner, and Birtles might well have scored from the rebound. Gone, there's a chance for McGarvey if he has the pace. Ball gathering pace off the surface, taking it through to Van Breukelen. Swain now to Walsh. McGrain. Stay reacting very quickly. McGrain took a knock from Walsh. McClare keeping the ball in play. Cross, here's Murdo McLeod. Good tackle from Anderson. Kept his eye on the ball as McLeod powered his way through. Now Paul McStay. On the far side, Mark Reid, supported by Barnes. Difficult one for McClare again, the ball skidding away behind for the Forest goal kick. Swain for Forest. Played most of his first team matches at Aston Villa on the right flank of defence. Davenport's onside. An error in judgment in the Celtic defence. Here's Davenport with a cross. And once again a chance goes a begging for Forest. Steve Wigley, the man, miskicking in front of goal. Well, once again Davenport posing problems for Celtic, getting in behind the right flank. Mark Reid played them on. Driven cross, Wigley in great position here. He swung at the shot, and a relief again for Pat Bonner. McGarvey slipping, allowing Fairclough to take possession. With the Davenport using the pace of Wigley. He's away from Reid. Aiken coming across. And the early cross well taken by Bonner. Not easy tonight for goalkeepers. McGrain now to McStay. Here's Sinclair, he's the man supporting the principal strikers, McClair and McGarvey. Danny McGrain. Cloud roaming across that midfield area. Looking very hungry for action. Here's McStay. Asking a lot to go through that gap. The ball breaks for Burns. Good close control from Burns. Now McGarvey. Running straight into Paul Hart. But some good close dribbling by both Burns and McGarvey to encourage the Celtic team and supporters. McLeod varying things with a long high ball. There's Mark Reid. A great save from Van Breukelen. And the clearance from Boya. Well, that variation in attack almost gave Mark Reid the opening goal. Celtic coming forward again through Tommy Burns. Now McLeod. Danny McGrain. Here's Martin McLeod again. And the shot going wide, but that was much more encouraging from Celtic. It was the variation in the tactics from Martin McLeod in midfield which caused the problem there. You see the first time high lofted ball which caught out the Forest defence. Reid coming in at the back, taking it first time in the volley. A fine effort. That's a brilliant save from Van Breukelen. And then the clearance from Boya. Colin Walsh. Well, wasn't enough room for that manoeuvre. He had Davenport ahead of him. McGarvey pushed from the back by Hart. Very difficult so far for McGarvey to show his talent up front. McStay to McLeod. Blocked by Anderson. Here goes Paul McStay, and that'll be a penalty kick perhaps. No, the referee waves play on. And the Celtic players and supporters looking very upset indeed. A great attack this, McStay and McLeod. It was McStay trying to force his way forward. Well, that looked to be a clear penalty kick, denied by the Swiss referee. Oh, McStay may well be entitled to be aggrieved. Well, free kick this time. The offender was Steve Hodge, the victim, Tommy Burns. McClair and Swain both missing it, allowing Fairclough to come round the back. McClair cutting off the route to goal. Fairclough's left foot not so hot, couldn't make the clearance. There's Graham Sinclair. Now Paul McStay. McClair playing it across, and the offside flag was up. Flag up, and I think against Brian McClair even before the cross was made. Well, it wasn't McGarvey who was the offender. Reid's header. Played forward by Anderson. Well, that move is undoubtedly encouraged the Celtic supporters. Well, they're much more cheerful now after these two let-offs in the opening 10 minutes. Walsh's header. Birtles doing a bit of leaning on Tom McAdam as they went for the high ball. Aiken in a hurry, Reid again in good position on the left. That's for McGarvey. Sinclair waiting in the middle. Van Breukelen got a hand to it, and that was enough to deny Graham Sinclair waiting in the middle. Well, the Dutch goalkeeper looking very calm indeed. The pass beyond the right flank of the Forest defence for McGarvey. Cross had Van Breukelen at full stretch, and the keeper did well. Burns with the outswinger, Roy Aiken going for it. Swain didn't touch it, so that's a Forest goal kick. There's Martin McLeod. Well-timed tackle from Anderson. Forrest now the chance in the break. Here's Davenport, Birtles ahead of him, Walsh on the left. Hodge leaving it now for Anderson. And over-carrying the ball as he came forward. But Viv Anderson, who's already shown himself to be a good defender, showing how dangerous he can be in the break. Here he is coming onto that crossfield pass from Davenport, taking on McAdam for pace. Reed doing well to escort it back. Now McGarvey on the break on the left for Celtic, taking on Fairclough. Just needs a good cross, but Boyer's there. Celtic have the corner. And that is a signal for Tom McAdam and Roy Aitken to come forward. So Barnes again with a corner kick. Aiming for McAdam, it's too high. Here's Roy Aitken. Great effort from Aitken. Wasted no time at all. And that surely would have beaten Van Breukelen a couple of feet lower. Corner kick from Burns. McAdam was underneath it. The ball carried on from the head of Gary Birtles to Aitken. This is good control, and the volley just going over the top. Van Breukelen playing the long ball forward. It's won by McAdam. Brian McClure couldn't get on the end of it, and the half-time whistle goes. Brian Clough departs to the dressing room. A very happy man, I've no doubt, because Forrest over the piece have taken the honours in a goalless first half. Two excellent chances in the first half passed up by Forrest early on, the first 10 minutes. Then Celtic had one good effort from Mark Reed, and perhaps were denied what looked like a good penalty kick claim when Paul Slimmickstay was brought down. But half-time, no scoring here at Celtic Park. Join us right after the break. Welcome back to Celtic Park as Celtic kick off this vital 45-minute spell. Rain still falling heavily here at Parkhead, and no changes in either lineup at half-time. Celtic have the full complement of 5 substitutes, including Jim Melrose, John Halton, Jim Dobbin, with Willie McStay and Peter Latchford. Whereas Forrest only have 3 substitutes. They've only travelled with 14 players. Brian Clough obviously deciding that he knows who he would bring on if he had to, so he's kept the travelling bill down. So Celtic begin again the attempts to break down this resolute Forest defence. Garvey linking with Burns. Garvey had a very tough time in the first half, very few chances to show his skill. We saw a few flashes though from Gary Birtles, who's on the ball now. Going away from Mark Reed with a lot of ease. McGrain intercepted with a lot of conviction and good anticipation. Here's McClare. McGrain has continued on the right. McGarvey through the middle. Here's McGrain. Pass wasn't good enough. Swain did well. Paul McStay getting towards the red ball line. Swain blocks the cross and completes the clearance. Davenport, the man who caused so many problems for Celtic early on. Fouled right away by Tom McAdam. Free kick taken by Swain. The target once again is Birtles. He's very good at screening the ball and turning. Chase now for McGarvey. He's going to get there in front of Paul Hart. Get a chance for Celtic. And Van Breukelen at full stretch, that was a great save. McGarvey's first real look at goal. Outpacing Paul Hart and Chris Fairclough, slanting the shot across Van Breukelen, and not only reach it, but he pushed the ball away from Brian McClare. So an encouraging opening for Celtic in the second half. Paul McStay with a corner kick. Right across the face of the goal, McAdam couldn't reach it. Well, if he had reached that, the power in the cross would have given him a chance to send a very strong header towards goal. Ball kept in by Danny McGrain. Burns coming deep to get involved in the build-up. That's a long ball for McGarvey to chase. Fairclough coming across. So McGarvey's wide run and the corner kick for Celtic. The big men are up again. Forest defence so far though has coped very well with these corner kicks. Variation with the low one. Sinclair returns it to Burns. Good play from Burns. Aiken up in support of the attack. Determination. Well now Aiken, I think, clearly took a dive. Paul Hart was challenging. Ian Boyer making his feelings known. Let's check that again. Aiken making the run. You could see the stumble initially, then taking the ball beyond Hart. Clearly no penalty kick. Birtles getting up well. Danny McGrain. Stay takes it back. Some excellent marking among the Forest players. And the one-man free is on the left. It's Mark Reid. Burns tried to find him. Here's Wigley. Under pressure from Reid. Good play from the young winger. Davenport setting it up for Hodge. And that is the goal which Celtic were dreading. Steve Hodge makes it 1-0 to Forest, and remember that away goal could be crucial. All down to that positive run on the right from Steve Wigley. He took on the whole left flank of the Celtic defence by himself. A clumsy challenge that from Roy Aiken. Wigley with a cross, and this was again brilliantly developed inside. Davenport teeing it up for Hodge, and Bonner had no chance at all. McLeod now to Mark Reid. Burns is on the left touchline. Now Wigley's the first defender. There's Murdo McLeod. Aiken coming to the back. Celtic might well need some reinforcements in that area. Return ball to Aiken from McStay. McGrain playing it in. Hart's clearance. Needs some width on the left. Burns is now trying to provide it. Some excellent marking among the Forest defenders. McLeod and Hodge getting a bit hot under the collar. And more accurate than Murdo McLeod was he who made the rash challenge, which has given Forest a free kick. Header picked up by McStay. That'll be a Celtic throw. It came off Gary Birtles. Once again, you can see how difficult it is for a Celtic player to find a player in space. So 20 minutes of the match left. 20 minutes for Celtic to break down this Forest defence twice if they're to survive. To be perfectly honest, there aren't many signs that they're capable of doing it. This is better though. And a vital touch. Burns tried to find Mark Reid on the left. Reid is out of position now as Wigley is robbed by Burns. Chance now for Celtic. And Hart taking up good position to intercept the cross. McGarvey turning. Here's Danny McGrain, a first time shot. Okay, Swain doing well, getting the ball away. There's Melrose. No one waiting for it for Celtic. Cleared by Anderson. Now Tommy Burns. The crossbar, and Forest survive. Well, no question about it. Celtic's best effort in the second half, coming from Tommy Burns. Taking it on the drop off the chest. It beat Van Breukelen, didn't drop quickly enough. The Celtic, no doubt, will be heartened by that. McGrain forced to turn it out for a Forest throw. No luck for Tommy Burns. A great dipping volley. Davenport looking for Walsh. Aiken has enough pace. So Reid for Celtic. Good flick on from Melrose. Gary couldn't control it. While Hodge showing brilliant control. Reid doing well with the tackle, but these lesser known Forest players like Hodge and Davenport and Wigley making a big impression on the Glasgow public. There's Birtles. Does all the work with the left foot. Now Viv Anderson. Hodge. There's Bowyer again in space in midfield. Possession's the name of the game for Forest now. Now Wigley, if he can catch it, it's a great chance to cross. Breezy surface beating him. Hart doing well, the clearing header going wide towards Anderson. McLeod robbing Hodge. Here's Paul McStay with McGrain ever willing coming up from the back on the right. Not a good enough cross though, an easy one for Swain. And Birtles now seeking out Davenport to make a lonely run up front. Appeals for a throw not given. Davenport against Aiken. The pull back to Walsh, and a perfect finish. And that surely ends the European competition for Celtic. Forest bench is jubilant, and that was a brilliant goal. It came right out of defence. Davenport took the pass from Birtles, took on Tom McAdam, then had the courage to take on Roy Aiken coming into the box. A look at the control and the strength he shows here, hits the dead ball line, pulls it back for Walsh, and the calmest of finishes. Swain's clearance, collected by Davenport. Here's Mark Reid. Now Barnes. Anderson inviting him to go inside. Reid now to McLeod. Couldn't get it beyond Swain, but here's Paul McStay. Given away though to Birtles. And once again content to thump the long ball upfield, knowing that Peter Davenport will give chase. Here's Roy Aiken now for Celtic. Now McClare. Good shot, well handled by Van Breukelen. They had Melrose closing in for a rebound. Well, this once again shows the quality of the Forest keeper. McClare seeing the chance for the shot, he hit it well enough, and Van Breukelen held it well. An indirect free kick given now to Celtic, just outside the 6-yard box, which means that the Forest team will have to assemble on the goal line. So the whole Forest team is on that goal line. Well, a very unusual sight indeed. The ball will be played back, and I think it's very difficult to expect it to get through the wall, and McLeod doesn't make it. Chance at the far post. That's a corner kick to Celtic. Well, it's a very rare occurrence, that, the indirect free kick with the whole team in the goal line, but very seldom do you see a goal coming from that. The indirect free kick given for blatant time wasting by the Forest players. That's in the net! Brilliant header from Murdo McLeod. 11 minutes left now. Can Celtic turn the match round? So a corner kick paying off at long last for Celtic. Played a win by McStay. McLeod coming for it. Got to it before Hart. And Hodge couldn't clear it off the line. Quigley trying to cross his man. Tommy Burns succeeding too. Aiken coming across. Free kick against Mark Reed. Peter Davenport appeared to make the most of that, although he did appear to be caught by the Celtic fullback. Anderson playing in the free kick. There's Birtles. Davenport with a chance for Forest. Bonner blocks it. Still the danger's not over. Gary Birtles to Davenport again. Is that a penalty kick? No, says the referee. Davenport is aggrieved. And McGrain survives that appeal. Offside flag is up against Davenport. Celtic supporters still defiant as they sing in support of the favourites. But the cause now surely in Europe this season is lost for Celtic. Losing out to a superb performance on Nottingham Forest. Here's Murdo McLeod. Now it's about consolation goals. Van Breukelen coming out to claim the ball in front of Brian McClare. And now the 90 minutes have come and gone. The referee checking his watch. No stoppage time. The final whistle goes and Nottingham Forest qualify the quarter-finals of the UEFA Cup with an absolutely superb away performance. They thoroughly deserve the victory with a controlled performance from first to last, scoring two excellent goals. Steve Hodge got the first, the second from Colin Walsh. Celtic battled right to the end, got that late goal from Murdo McLeod, but on the night the honours go quite justifiably to Nottingham Forest.